Good afternoon, evening, or possibly even morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm Jackson McKenzie,
And once again, I am Duhad.
and we're bringing you some more games from the Starcraft Forum Posters League.
Woo!
This is going to be a rematch between Miro and Colawlsus, aka Fonzie.
Ah,
This is, once again, Team Incredibles against Team Skunk. Let's go ahead and hop into the
apparently,
game here.
they're also playing on a League of Legends map.
What?
The cross divide in coloration
Oh,
with the
gotcha,
grass
yeah.
on one side and the
Alright, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Yunsu. The Terran in the red trunks, playing for Team Skunk. It is Miro.
And in his opposite corner, far right top, we have Colawlsus in green as the Protoss.
Yes. Colossus with the TLDR. Yeah.
Nice.
Colossus actually asked for this matchup. He wanted a rematch against Miro after his was it, I think.
Humiliating defeat?
No, no, it wasn't.
He
It wasn't
did rather well,
humiliating.
yeah.
He only you know he only lost 2 maps in that best of 3, but he did take 1 map in that best of 3.
No, yeah, he did rather well, and I'm looking forward to seeing if he can pull this back around because there were a few times in that last series where he might have been able to pull it around for himself
Yeah.
if not for just being outplayed in certain areas by Miro. But he's had some time, he's prepared,
Yep.
and he's thirsting for vengeance. And learned the valuable lesson of building additional pylons.
Yes.
I love the fact that any player who's played against Miro at least once immediately prepares for a Reaper wall.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We have the with the gateway placement. That's oriented towards keeping a Reaper from just jetting through that mineral line and going absolutely crazy. We'll probably see another building coming up to the north there to close off that back entrance.
Would not even be remotely surprised. Colossus, what? Okay. Interesting scouting path he was taking with his probe.
I think he was looking for proxies more than anything else.
Yeah. They're not really a race that you generally associate with proxies, though. Yeah, definitely can happen.
I mean, you can do proxy racks, proxy 2 racks. It's a thing. It's definitely a
True.
thing. Miro not going crazy at all with this.
Nope.
Just
Very
pretty
straightforward.
standard Reaper opening for him.
Colossus will see this Reaper almost certainly, but that doesn't really matter since he already is prepared for the Reaper.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Colossus does close off that back of his base with the cybernetics core. Loses his scouting probe to the Reaper.
Very nice. So yeah,
Normally, I would have questioned Miro's decision to kill the scouting probe with the Reaper, on account of tipping his hand. But Colossus knows him. He knows his playstyle. He knows a Reaper's coming.
yeah. He basically already saw the even beyond the fact that Colossus already captured this one out. The Reaper flew directly into the
And
Reaper.
Reaper getting trapped by that wall off does manage to escape though. Not able to hang around and do a lot of damage. Nearly got
But
killed
I
by the
don't-
mothership core though, and the trap did nearly work.
Indeed. Miro not overcommitting to Reapers though. Builds one, then immediately ceases.
Yep. Another probe coming out for Colossus. Quite an
And
early expansion for Colossus.
True. Miro also throwing down his second command center, just about to finish.
It's rather odd.
Oh.
We don't often see Protoss expanding before his Terran opponent.
True, though, to be fair, the Terran did, yeah, well, yeah, Miro builds his second command center, but builds it within his base, slowing his expansion a bit. Might be an overly safe play in this situation, honestly.
Yeah. Both players not really pushing out much early.
Miro keeping an eye on the center of the map with the Reaper. Never a bad thing.
Yeah.
But
Reaper's going to come back in to try to get some more scouting done.
Yep.
I'm not sure how well that's going to go. Colawlsus throwing down his double forge again. We've seen this from him in the past.
Ooh, this Reaper is probably not...
Yeah, that Reaper is in trouble.
He is...
Oh, the sentry. The sentry gets him.
Ugh. Strangely fitting giving its name, but... Yep, here we go. Do forge to gate.
We think it's a... Sorry, Duhad. I'll cut that out.
It's fine, I don't care. I've said my name online before.
Yeah, that's true. You think this is going to be some more Storm Zealot play from Colawlsus?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's entirely possible.
Yeah. We've seen him do that in most of his games in the past.
What is this? Cybernetics Core, Twilight Council, 2 Forge, and 3 Gate? No. Couldn't possibly be his usual go-to.
Certainly not. Double upgrades and charge. Charge coming down first. Interesting.
Down the run with that.
Yeah.
Miro, though, matching him on upgrades, going straight for extra life impacts and damage upgrade.
Miro with a scouting sweep of Marines. Just,
a little heavier bio composition than we usually see from Miro. Usually he's right into those Hellions, but...
Well, again, this is TVP. And I think he's a lot more comfortable with the Hellion play against Zerg, against Terran.
More than fair.
I am interested to see to what degree he's going to use those Widow Mines, though. You know, with the new buff to Widow Mines against Protoss, he can get a lot done.
Here with the... Let's see here. I'd say normally... Yeah, okay, there it goes. Miro with a relatively, you know, little scanning information from his early stuff, but with that scan there, kind of hard to fool a Terran.
Yeah, you can't really reliably keep Terrans from acquiring scouting information at any given location they choose.
Yeah.
Both players just pretty much macroing up. No real aggression coming from either player here.
Oh, I don't know if I'd say that. Miro with a medvac full of Marines and Marauders.
Ah, okay. Yes, indeed.
Colawlsus not really in a... Oh, wow. A lot of extra gateways going down for Colawlsus. 5 gate play.
And we got the Templar Archives coming down. So yeah, with the previous research of charge, he's also got 2-2 on the way. Yeah, I think this is going to be Storm Zealot.
And actually, I was going to say he doesn't have as much defense as he could, but now he's really prepared for a Terran drop.
You got those 4 Zealots there.
Yeah, and photon cannons going down on both the main and natural expansion.
Miro is going to lose this Bioforce. I don't know if I like this. I honestly think he should have pulled those out much earlier.
Probably.
Medevacs are faster than Zealots. I think he could have, you know, just jumped to the other end of the mineral line and put some more damage down.
Yeah, a little late now, though. Colawlsus is really playing a very, very impressive Protoss Turtle.
Yeah, pretty slow game from Colawlsus. It's a little bit refreshing to see a Protoss playing a slow game, and there comes Storm.
Wow, another 2 gateways. 7
Wow.
gateway from Colawlsus. He is he's going to Protoss Death Ball or die trying.
And we've got Ghost Cloaking coming down for Miro.
Which I like a lot. Ooh, Colawlsus, bad timing on that expansion, buddy. Gets caught immediately by a scan.
Yeah. Miro also knows his opponent. He knows that Colawlsus likes to go Storm zealot, and
Yeah.
oh, those rocks are not quite down.
Yep.
Colawlsus can't reinforce in time.
Little too greedy, going to cost him. Oh, Miro, speaking of greedy.
Well, no, I like that. You with the kept it in the choke,
Yeah,
but now fighting in range of that photon overcharge, getting surrounded.
Yeah, Colossus has been a little too defensive to allow for something this aggressive.
Yeah.
Still, Miro cancels an expansion, gets up his own unharassed, slows down the Protoss by a lot. I do think that he's in a good position.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, he needs to improve his position further before he can make an attack really work, but I think he's in a good position to do so. Colawlsus once again, floating a lot of minerals here.
True, though, I'd say that in this situation, it's not as troubling as it has been in the past in that he's going to be burning a lot of these things very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Once he starts massing up.
Well, I mean, he's got 2 more pylons coming down, so he is continuing to macro up. Miro with another drop coming in. A double-pronged drop, in fact.
Ooh, I like this.
Into the back of the natural and into the back of the main.
This could end badly, though. Colossus has some pretty solid defenses on both main and mineral static and mobile.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's
he's going to get, the attack in the natural is going to get cleaned up all the way.
And the attack on the
attack in the main is going to do work here. The attack in the main is going to do some work, but we got a zealot warp in coming in. It's going to
these
drive this away. He does take down the Templar archives, however. That was a good snipe.
Let's see if he can make that work in his favor, though. Colossus, man, he loses that archive, but these drops and these attacks that keep on getting cleaned up, I don't like that.
Yeah. Miro with a pretty big push coming out.
Yeah, let's see here.
Right down the center.
I will say this: Colossus, great defenses for those little attacks, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up against a real Terran death ball.
Well, Storm.
Well, he doesn't have that. Oh, he's got a few High Templars now.
You've got 6 High Templars out on the field, only 1 Archon. But Miro does not have any ghosts on the field. He built that Ghost Academy, he got cloaking, and he doesn't have any ghosts. The Archon goes down almost immediately.
Upgrading his ground units, not really. Oh, there's
some big storms. Ouch, that hurts. That hurts.
Miro continuing the attack, but I think it's a little late to really clean it.
Miro does defeat that army and does have some reinforcements streaming in. Actually, I think that was pretty successful for Miro. He's going to capitalize on that. Going to take out this 3rd again.
You have a serious upgrade lead, and the great thing about Ghosts is that they do benefit from the same upgrades that he's been getting from the bio.
Yeah, they are infantry.
Now let's see if he actually makes it.
He gets himself backed into a corner again. I really don't like this throwing away of drop forces that Miro's been doing.
Miro has a 3rd setup, but is not saturating it at all. He's basically actually has almost no advantage over Colossus, even after denying the 3rd so many times. At least in that respect. Which he's going to need to, because his main is mined out, and his natural is getting there fast.
Yeah.
And he is not trading economically effectively.
Colawlsus with a big zealot force, sort of left hanging in the wind. Okay, he does pull it back.
And just so that we are clear here, that I am fair and unbiased, Colossus, you idiot, move your damn probe.
Oh, Duhad.
Okay, large Terran bio ball versus a bunch of Zealots, Archons, and High Templar. Not liking that composition.
Well, it worked out pretty well for Miro last time.
True. Let's see how this works.
Yeah. Oh.
We are not getting a repeat performance of last time.
No, we're not.
Ooh,
Miro does pull out, but then
Medevac.
loses a medevac to a storm and a feedback.
You'll lose that other medevac. Luckily for him, Colawlsus has almost nothing in the way of actual, ground air attack. Oh, he's going. No, Miro.
Oh. Ouch.
That's painful.
Yeah.
Miro finally saturating his third and setting up a fourth. But Colawlsus finally moves out across the map. He is done playing defensive. Miro with a pretty sizable base here. Not a terrible defense setup, but he is so spread out right now that Colawlsus throwing down a fourth and finishing his third behind this attack.
Both players now on 4 bases.
Yeah. This is gonna be interesting. Neither player can really afford to lose engagements in the middle anymore.
Yeah.
They both need heavy map control.
Yeah, if one player just straight up loses an engagement, like this one that's coming out here, if either player just straight up loses their army, that's it. Miro did come out quite well in that little skirmish, but not well enough, I think, to make it decisive. Colawlsus taking a 5th.
Yeah, I just said Colawlsus is really aggressively expanding. Cancels one, good cancel.
I don't know. I don't think I like that from Colawlsus, honestly. 4 medevac drop coming in for Miro.
Ooh.
I'm gonna clean up the warp in.
They did some serious damage before the army arrives.
Takes out 1 gateway, takes out 2 gateways,
Miro
and picks up and leaves. Does lose a full medevac though.
That ain't good. Colawlsus, is Miro gonna spot this 5th? Or no, 4th? Doesn't look like it. Bad angle.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Miro though does set up his 4th base successfully, and as it turns out, he hadn't actually particularly saturated his 3rd.
All right. So we do have ghosts being added for Miro. As I was saying, I don't like this aggressive expansion from Colawlsus in this situation. He's floating so many resources that trying to acquire more, I don't think there's not much point. He needs to strengthen his army before he strengthens his economy.
Let's see.
Miro snipes the Nexus. Is going to clean up these zealots pretty handily, but huge storms from Colawlsus.
Colawlsus is actually missing out on a bet here. He could probably be upgrading his shields. Both players on 3/3 for their armor and weapons, but Colawlsus needs an edge, and those shields could probably give that to him.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the forges, he's got the resources. He's just not executing the upgrades.
And Miro actually with a slight tech lead in that respect. He's actually, spreading out a little bit, giving himself some more options. Colawlsus probably should be looking into trying to fix that, but not doing it. He's Miro sitting on top, dealing with his minerals pretty effectively.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Very unusual. You see a huge, gas buildup from a player who has no minerals.
Pretty big attack coming in for Colawlsus, but Colawlsus is going to turn back. Okay.
Colawlsus, aware of only the initial 2 bases.
I don't like this play from Colawlsus, I'll be honest. He's floating a huge amount of resources. He's not supply blocked, and he's just not building stuff. The only thing that he has it producing right now is a single Nexus. I would really like to see him throw down a Robo.
Oh,
some ghosts in here doing some good work there. Very nice.
Colawlsus, throws in some storm
baits out 2 storms, doesn't kill the ghosts.
Yeah, get some great little snipes in there, takes out some high-value targets. No, that is pure profit, my friend.
Yeah, if Miro can rinse repeat a couple times on that, that'll be great. Great for him.
They're not really building all that much. Colawlsus is only throwing out a couple more probes. He does not need.
Yeah, Colawlsus does not need more workers at this point.
Colawlsus is doing
Big attack
well.
coming in for Colawlsus, going after this 4th.
Ouch. It's an interesting thing that I think Miro has a strong advantage in this situation, despite the fact that his losses are more than double those of Colawlsus.
I wouldn't say I think he has a strong advantage. I think he is slightly ahead. If he can, oh, but those storms, ouch. Just was not able to make those ghosts do quite enough work before that engagement started.
No, and he also
both players falling in supply quite rapidly.
Miro, though, does make it away with the orbital. He does not manage to really crush this army, but considering the fact that that was an attack to destroy one of Miro's bases, Colawlsus doesn't quite make it away with the prize that he really wanted there.
Right. Miro's army does get pretty much entirely cleaned up, however. Colawlsus sitting in a pretty dominant map position with 4 Archons out against not a whole lot. Colawlsus not making those. Okay, there we go. Here come the Zealots.
Still, Colawlsus is really investing in this very low tier tech.
Miro doing a nice job of keeping Colawlsus on the back foot as well.
Indeed.
But I don't think it's going to be enough at this point. Colawlsus has got a much stronger army than Miro does right now. If Colawlsus were to push forward, especially to this 3rd, Miro would be in trouble.
Again, though, the thing is, I don't know how much I'm sure Colawlsus does know about the 3rd now.
He's attacked it before,
right?
Without success, but
Colawlsus doesn't really seem to know exactly what Miro's up to. I think.
Yeah, Colawlsus is basically playing blind right now.
Yeah.
Okay, does see the army of Miro.
Doesn't actually do anything with it.
Could we see a base race happen here?
Ooh, jeez, I was gonna say I doubt it, but look at that.
Yeah,
Miro
flying his army right up to Colawlsus's 3rd.
Ooh, Colawlsus looks like he's got a pretty decent force for punching it right in the middle.
Yeah, Colawlsus just actually committing to this attack. And so is Miro. Looks like we're going to see a base race happen. Or not. Colawlsus pulls his main force back.
I'm not sure I actually blame Colawlsus for that. He's got a very strong...
You never want to base race a Terran.
Yeah. And besides that...
especially when you don't have any Stargates on the map.
Yeah, the thing is, he doesn't have a lot for destroying buildings. He has a lot for really crushing Miro's army. Not a lot for actually very quickly crushing his base. Miro, though, going to push this attack until everything he has is dead.
Yeah. It seems like... I think Miro's kind of in desperation mode here. It looks like he knows just how big of a disadvantage he's at in terms of the armies. So he's just trying to keep Colawlsus's army away from his base.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he really needs
and a huge probe rush right into Miro's army. But Miro not able to capitalize on that before Colawlsus's army arrives.
Nope. Colawlsus has...
Miro losing medevacs to those feedbacks. Ouch.
Miro able to do a lot with very little, but Colawlsus can afford to lose bases right now. He controls enough of the map where he still has enough resources.
And he has a huge bank. He can afford to soak up economic damage.
Miro, not even really saturating his only remaining mining base. Got a bunch of mules on it, but he can't even get any of his workers down there.
Right. It's just too exposed. Miro with a supply advantage here, but not really able to link his armies up to make something decisive happen. Colawlsus with double robo down and nothing building out of it. Okay, only one robo now.
Miro with a poor placement of his units so that half of them aren't even firing.
Ouch.
Not good. Going to clean up
Miro cleaning up some production buildings here. And those zealots trickling in piecemeal.
Oh, and here comes the army.
Here comes the main army. Archon goes down. Zealots get the surround on the low ground. Storm coming down on the high ground. Ouch.
A lot of investment, though, for not as much.
Yeah, and Miro with a big push coming out behind this.
If the game could continue indefinitely in this way, I'd say Miro would actually have a pretty distinct advantage, but the thing is...
He's
burning down quickly.
Yeah, Miro is practically mined out at this point. He's got one remaining mining base that's got, a lot of mules happening there. But he just keeps trading inefficiently.
Going to do as much as he can with what he has left.
He looks like he's gonna snipe this main. Depower is a gateway. Gonna take out another gateway.
As much tech as possible. Unfortunately,
this is a good attack. I really like this.
Yeah.
Colawlsus
is being very slow.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yes, he has to pick up. He cannot lose his army.
Oh, loses a full medevac to feedback.
Loses a second to a cannon.
Ouch. That hurts.
Miro being just a little too greedy with those drops.
That said, he cleaned up a lot of Colawlsus' production right there.
Yeah.
He also cleaned up the cyber core. Not the Colawlsus is, making stalkers, but
whole army's gone. This is the problem. He can clean up almost everything Colawlsus has, but the thing is, Colawlsus is relying almost entirely on Zealot High Templar.
Yeah.
So it's not like he can kill the tech.
Miro is not continuing to build ghosts. He had some ghosts out earlier, but he's not continued with that. It is those storms that are really getting him.
I think it's a mistake. He really it's Archons and Templar, both of which get hard countered by ghosts.
Nice engagement here. Some pretty big storms. Miro gets out of them reasonably well.
Even so, Colawlsus hitting
ouch.
Some great storm placements for the second wave.
And
ouch.
I
don't see
Miro down below 50 supply now. If Colawlsus actually smells blood here, I think he could make this happen right now.
Yeah, it looks like Colawlsus has realized that he's not going
to... Miro is not mining right now. Okay, he's mining a little bit, but not enough.
I don't see Miro recovering from this one.
Yeah, this... Ouch.
Eesh. Colawlsus is not taking any
I think this is going to be it. Miro just does not have the economy left to make it happen.
Sad to say, I think you're right. And yeah. Takes with his medevacs, but the medevacs have nothing inside them.
Yeah. Medevacs are all well and good, and there it is. GG.
GG. Well played.
Indeed. Miro's just not able to sustain his economy long enough.
Well, it just takes a few extra seconds before, dropping out of the game to Take a little extra revenge. This series is indeed personal.
Yes. Yes, it is. All right, and we will be back shortly to bring you game number 2.
But fun.